Hello everybody. I am talking about two most important things in my opinion when you're learning a language such as English, or in fact this also applies to other languages as well. And yes, you might be guessing that I'm going to talk about speaking, but I kid you not, speaking is not in my list. It's just two main things that are going to expose you to the language in a way that you're going to grasp it and you're going to start using it ASAP. What are those two things? Let's have a look. And by the way, stay till the end of the video. I have a very quick bonus that I want to share with you guys as well. So number one is going to be listening. And yes, you heard that right. I think listening at the very start of your journey of learning English or any other language for the matter of fact is going to be more important than your speaking skills as well, because listening is going to help you, or rather your brain, to figure out what that language really means. What does it sound like? And if just think of this. If you are unaware of how a language sounds like, how are you going to be fluent in that language? There is no practical way to do that. And you can pull off a lot of interesting things if you know how a language sounds like, but when it comes to actual learning process, specifically for languages and how our brain works, this is going to be extremely important. The more we listen to a language, the better it is going to be. And I've talked about this technique. It's called total immersion technique, where you immerse yourself completely in a language, and listening is a big part of that. So watching these kind of videos, this video that you're watching right now, is going to help you do that. And for that, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel, by the way, if you haven't already. So improve on your listening skills, but more than that, spend more time listening to a language, spend more time listening to people from different parts of the world speaking that language. So listen to Indians speaking in English, listen to Americans speaking in English, listen to UK people, British people speaking in English, and listen to Australians especially as well, because they'll have their own accents, and you'll start to pick up on the words a little bit better, because your brain gets better at pattern recognition. And as your brain starts to get better at pattern recognition, you're going to pick up the language really fast. And that's also, by the way, something that's going to help you take your speaking skills and put them on steroids whenever you are comfortable in speaking in English with others, or when you have a speaking partner in that sense. So that's number one. Number two is reading more. And I think reading is extremely important. Instead of actually taking flashcards and learning words that way, I feel actual way to pick up on language, to pick up on the most commonly used words. For example, for English, I think the most commonly used words is about 1200. So if you know the 1200 most commonly used words, and not just know those words, but if you know how to use them in a very specific context, you've practically gained all there is to English speaking that there exists in the world. So I think that's going to be very powerful, and reading helps you fast track that. Reading helps you understand how different things are constructed, how different types of writing actually is constructed, which also gives your brain signals to how English as a language is constructed. Remember, pattern recognition, that's how our brain learns, and by reading more we are able to do that. So read fiction, read non-fiction, within non-fiction read different genres. That's going to really help you figure out the language. That's going to help your brain figure out the language much better and understand the language much better. And most importantly, my friends, it's going to help you understand the context of specific words and specific sentences much better, which is extremely important. Now, you can smash that like button, and I'll get to the bonus tip as well. So the bonus is pretty straightforward, and it's I don't know if you can call it a hack or not, but I do feel that it's going to help you grasp the language much faster, be it English, be it any other language. Take something that you are extremely passionate about. Let's say you want to learn how to draw, let's say you want to learn how to play something, and you're already familiar. So you're not a complete beginner, but you have spent, like, let's say a few hours understanding the basics of whatever that thing is. Could be drawing, could be playing a harmonica, could be playing guitar, whatever it is. And watch tutorials of that thing, but in your target language. So let's say if I was learning German, or if I was learning Japanese, what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to take something that I'm extremely passionate about learning, my hobby or anything of that sort, or things that I want to get better at. I'm going to take that topic and I'm going to expose myself to that specific target language and that topic in conjunction. What does that do, my friends? Number one, you already know a lot of vocabulary in your mother tongue for that specific topic. So when specific things arise, you are going to be able to make those connections. For example, in my case, when I was learning Marathi, the language was Marathi, the topic was table tennis. So I was passionate about table tennis, I was playing full time, and because I was interacting with people who were primarily Marathi speakers, I grasped the language pretty quick. Same happened with me with basics of Danish, so I can understand basic Danish. I can also understand basics of German, but that also came about because I was working with little kids and I was helping them play, I was coaching them, I was playing with them in Germany, and that's how I kind of grasped, all right, how does this work in this language, and what does that do for us? It starts to build a little bit of confidence, but it also starts to expose us into a different world altogether, because language is all about culture. Language is about understanding people, talking to people, enjoying people's company, and to be exposed to that language in something that you are extremely passionate about is going to fast track your growth quite a lot. So just take 5 to 10 minutes out. Maybe let's say you spend like 15 minutes a week to take one of the most passionate things in your life and transfer it to a parallel language that you are trying to grasp. It's going to fast track things for you quite a lot. So do let me know, how did you like these 3 tips? This is Shivam, and I'll get on with my day while you get on with your English speaking practice. I'll see you guys next time. Till then, bye and take care.